Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
And that gets things running. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, can I bring Ousmane Dembele to your attention? He's been described as a phenomenon and one of the very best. That's high praise indeed, and we've seen some great flashes, but he still has a long way to go to fulfil all of that potential.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Threads one in.
He's picked his way through.
That's going to go a long way.
Pele.
Kagawa.
Now it's Mbappe.
Vieira. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. And here's Seedorf.
Kamada. Ambitious ball here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pele chasing after it. Costa Curta cuts it out.
Seedorf.
And here's Cruyff.
Hasebe.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Kamada. Kamada
Was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieira. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pepe is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Gets a good foot in there.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pele. Great defending, strong and determined. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's gone for a throw-in. Costa Curta. Oh, that's well spotted. Hasebe is always scanning the pitch for targets.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Pele.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Rummenigge. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that has not gone well. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Vieira. He has a look up.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, that's superb.
Gets his head on it!
Nearly, but not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And this is Cruyff. Cruyff finds himself offside.
Might want to be careful there.
Costa Curta. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Now, can they get him away?
And here's Ibrahimovic. Pick Rummenigge! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Borussia Dortmund have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Quick look, then plays it in.
Oh, that was vital.
Pele, the specialist in tearing teams apart.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's a shade optimistic.
Just eases him off the ball.
And it's Seedorf.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Short changes him with that pass. Kamada.
Now it's Bale. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How's the first half compared with your expectations?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Borussia Dortmund have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
Substitution on the field, number 9, Mbappe. Coming on the field is number 18, Stoichkov.
And we get things going again. Borussia Dortmund currently ahead by the smallest of margins. That's really well manoeuvred. Now that looks a decent ball. That's too far for anyone. Probing pass, and he's made sure that's not getting through. That's really well cleared. Can he get on the end of this? Can he get onto this? And this is Ibrahimovic. That looks a good cross.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Pass isn't the best. Seedorf conjures time and space where few can. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now he's got space here. So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, played right into his path. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Gamba Osaka clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And this is Dembele. Oh, he's goal side.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And that has put paid to that. Ibrahimovic currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Kagawa gets on his bike and on the move. Cruyff. Lovely pass, but can he get there? So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Borussia Dortmund ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And he plays one through. Kagawa gets into a good position. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Substitution on the field.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they?
Number 10.
Cruyff. Oh, that's fabulous. Rummenigge. He's found a way through. It's Ibrahimovic! Hasebe plays it long.
Borussia Dortmund have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Borussia Dortmund leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. That's a delicate pass.
Borussia Dortmund surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Kagawa making good progress on the right-hand side. Cruyff. And this is Shevchenko. And it's Kagawa. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Oh, Rummenigge! And that really should have been that.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
And it's been taken short. Costa Curta. Good read, needed to be.
Borussia Dortmund can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Seedorf. Borussia Dortmund close now to seeing this one through to the end. Nakamura. Vieira. Ibrahimovic herring after that one. And that is that. Relief finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Rummenigge picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Please watch the screen.
Your reflections then, Jim?
Borussia Dortmund honestly could have done themselves a real favour by trying to make more of what they had in the minutes after the goal. But with the control they had, they were never really under threat of losing this, Peter.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football.
We are just getting started.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy, Rodri, was one of Europe's most coveted midfielders when he was on the market, and often seen as an integral component in the next generation of Spanish midfielders. He's got that outstanding quality of being able to shield the ball particularly well, and that is key to any holding midfielder.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Mateus!
Looking for the run, and this is Ibrahimovic, and he's managed to get free.
It's Ibrahimovic! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Gamba Osaka
Finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
Rodri. Now it's Ibrahimovic, and he's got away from it. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to pass it through. That has ended up in no man's land.
So what can they make of this?
Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Rummenigge going about things with real menace. Borussia Dortmund very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name.
Again the flag's up.
Bellingham, who can single-handedly make a difference.
Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Now it's Rodri.
Now it's Bale.
Hasebe. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cruyff.
And it's Bellingham. Looking for options for movement.
Thuram did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Cruyff.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Kagawa.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Bale's cross. Good read, needed to be.
Mateus.
Cruyff.
Dink through.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Costa Curta. And it's Rodri. And Mateus. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Kagawa.
Probing pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's been cut out, well played.
Borussia Dortmund can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Cruyff.
Rodri. Well timed, excellent interception. Serginho. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Mateus. Bellingham. And it's Rodri. Rummenigge. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Cannavaro. And the finish! It's bounced back off the post. And that is well cleared. And it's Rodri. Rummenigge. And that pass just didn't quite work. Bale. And they win it back again. Cruyff.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Kagawa. Looking to play him in. Bale is wide and looking to get onto this. And that's the keeper's ball. And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Borussia Dortmund come in leading by just the odd goal.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Borussia Dortmund with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0.
Substitutions taking place.
So the action resumes. Borussia Dortmund leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Bellingham. Mendes gets across to intercept that. Good play on the left-hand side here. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now that's well seen too. Rummenigge. Gamba Osaka needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That pass has been well intercepted. Lofted upfield. No, again, there's no way through. Now that looks a decent ball. Always played it in low. And that was very necessary. Pinches it off him. He's going all the way! And it's Cannavaro. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Kagawa. Looks to the other side. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply...
Impressive jump! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bale really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now.
60,179.
Now it's Bale. That is a brilliant interception.
Gamba Osaka really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Cruyff. Oh, nice touch. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Pass somewhat off target. Schmeichel getting this one clear. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead.
Decent chance! Serginho. Well, there's the clearance.
There they go, hunting again.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Kagawa. In by Kagawa. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Cruyff. Rodri. Ibrahimovic being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And it's gone back to the keeper. Costa Curta. Ferdinand, always a very imposing presence at the back. Rummenigge. Mateus. Hasselbeck gets a foot in and wins the ball. Now it's Bale. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Kagawa. Into the last 5 minutes. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. It's a promising position.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Spread to the right. Very nicely done. And he's cut it out. Nakamura.
They've been denied.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Borussia Dortmund have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Ibrahimovic claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument.
On the road outside the stadium.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, Peter, I was expecting this game to be put to bed a lot earlier, especially when the opponent struggled to get back into it. They could have shown greater potency.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.